Hello, welcome to In the Den with Dr. Jenn. I'm very happy to have you in the den visiting with me, Dr. Jenn, because this is a place for sex talk, social commentary, and sexuality outside the box. So our Den Chat topic today, how high is your IQ, your intelligence quotient? Okay, well what about your erotic intelligence quotient? Ever thought of it in that way? Now, emotional intelligence has become a hot topic. This is assessing one's ability to identify, understand, control, and articulate your emotions and having such awareness of the emotions of others. But erotic intelligence adds a different dimension to that. And with me in the studio today to discuss the concept of erotic intelligence is our den sexpert, Spicy Suzy.
Dr. Jenn, it is such a pleasure to be back here in the den with you. I mean, I have to say, this new audience idea is amazing. Yeah, you know why, because there's some hotties out there. I mean, like you, you're just bringing out the cougar in me. This whole thing just makes talking about eroticism a whole lot easier.
Thanks, Suzy. You're always bringing a spark to the den. So, erotic intelligence, what does that mean?
Well, I refer to this based on the work of Esther Perel. She's amazing. And I think it's about helping people to become more satisfied, fulfilled, and expressive in their sexual encounters. I think much like emotional intelligence, there's a large component of awareness in erotic intelligence. I mean, consider the following questions, and you at home, to tap into your erotic potential. How well do you know your turn-ons and desires? Your pleasures? You know, I think it's important that we explore ourselves inside and out to continually learn the complexity of our eroticism. You know, and how well can you communicate these to a partner? So unless you want to be erotic with only yourself, learning how to kindly, yet clearly, talk about your erotic pleasures with your partner is vital.
Absolutely, Suzy. So speaking about a partner, here's another question to consider. You know, are you perceptive of your partner's needs? And are you comfortable giving and receiving various types of touch? You know, whether with your hands or your mouth or other body parts.
Good ones, Dr. Jenn. You know, I think erotic intelligence is about the big picture. You know, do you have knowledge of various erotic pathways? For example, physical, but not just that, mental and spiritual. You know, are you mindful of your sexual energy and the impact that it has on others? Oh, I see this all the time. Men and women who are open with their sexual energy, but not responsible for how they're hurling it about.
Oh, that's so true. So, you know, other questions to consider are, what meaning does sex have for you? And what's your motivation for sex? Now, clearly this is just scratching the surface, but you at home and you in the audience can probably get a good sense of how doing this and thinking about these questions with a partner could really offer you greater erotic intelligence.
Oh, absolutely. It's about erotic vitality, that life force and energy that makes life so much more enjoyable and passionate.
Well, thank you so much, Suzy. You know, I have to say, I bet you have a pretty high EQ. Sexual fun fact. All right, here's one for you, audience. True or false, in ancient Rome, the Romans believed that menstrual blood was unclean and contaminating to the extent that coming into contact with it would kill crops and turn wine sour. True or false?
True.
Oh, dude, y'all got it right. Well, I've got a wild cherry lube here for whoever catches it. Woo! Okay, next time I'll bring stuff for the whole audience. Now, a brief word from our sponsor. This episode of In the Den with Dr. Jenn was sponsored by Pendulum Productions, a company for web design, graphic design, flash development, database development, branding, identity, logo design, web applications, site maintenance, pretty much anything you're looking for on the web with a creative and intelligent design. and they're located online at pendulumproductions.net. Now, I could totally vouch for this company because the owner, Mike Wagstaff, created the DrJenn iPhone app. It's called Ask Dr. Jenn for smart and sexy tips. So if you need a new idea for the bedroom, a fun thing to do in your relationship, or some daily inspiration just to keep you grounded and positive, this is the app for you. Just go to iTunes and search for Ask Dr. Jenn. There's a free light version and a full version for only $2.99. What's happening in your town? All right, let's see if the live audience or the home audience can guess what city I'm referring to here. There's a condom, a red condom, for the person that gets it right. So we're looking at the late 1800s. Women traveled here from San Francisco to work as seamstresses, which was actually a euphemism for prostitution. There were over 2,500 seamstresses at this time who didn't know a sewing machine. And the cops would ask for a sewing machine tax of $10. What city am I referring to?
Vegas, baby.
Nope, not Vegas.
Arizona.
No.
Chicago.
Chicago, no. Arizona is a state, not a city. I think our teleprompter guy knows.
Is it Seattle?
It is Seattle! Coming for you. Good catch. I learned this on the Sin Underworld tour as part of the Underground tour in Seattle. What's that word? All right, this is one of my favorite special sections in the den. So what's the word coprophilia? What's that word? Anybody in the audience know? It's probably a good thing. It's getting sexually aroused by feces. The individual may be aroused by defecating on someone else or being defecated on. So some folks think that there may be a strong link to childhood, such as a child getting sexual pleasure by holding it in and then expelling feces, or perhaps an incidental relationship between having an erection while one's diaper was dirty. Yeah, no shit. So thank you so much to our live audience for being here to talk about sex. And thank you to Underground Furniture in San Diego's Pacific Beach for providing the sexy den furniture that you see here. Check them out online at undergroundfurniture.com. And as always, be kind to yourself. Did I say anything that sounded wrong? The defecating on or defecating being?
That just sounded wrong in general.